Okay, here we have some Python test code to debug, and this test code defines a function summation, which is supposed to add the numbers from A to B, but it does not actually include the value B. So if I go from 1 to 100, normally I would expect that summation to be 5050, but if I run my code, I only get 4950. So if I was trying to figure out what was going wrong in a code like this, one of the steps I might take is to use a debugger, and we're going to be using DDD, or the data display debugger, which is the command here. And DDD is a graphical front end to various command line debuggers, and the default command line debugger is the extended Python debugger, or PyDB. So to specify that debugger, I use --PyDB, and then I specify the name of the Python file that I'm running. So that starts up, and once DDD has started up, we get this window, and here we have the Python source code that we were looking at. Here is a command line interface where we could interact with the debugger, and then there's various graphical controls here. So the first thing we can do is press the run button, and instead of actually running all the way through your code, it actually starts up but pauses execution so that you can control things and get access to various things, look at the values of variables, etc. And to do that, we're going to start by using the step button here, and we're going to take a couple of steps, and we can look at the values of x and y by hovering over them and seeing their values displayed in the yellow pop-up boxes. The other thing you'll notice is that as you're pressing the step button, step is displayed here. So really this graphical interface is just automating your interaction with the command line interface. So over time you'll probably learn that you can do things like this as well. I can print the value of x, I can print the value of y, etc. If I keep pressing step, you'll see that I enter the summation function. And of course, this is the cool thing about the debugger, is getting access to these variables, even with the interactive mode of Python, is tricky because once the function exits, you don't get access to them anymore. So I can continue to step here and look at various things. I can hover over things, check the values of variables, etc. And then once I wanted to continue execution, I would press the appropriate button over here. What you'll see is that it finished execution, it printed the value of z, and it conveniently restarts execution for you, again paused at the beginning, so that you can use the information you gathered from your previous analysis and maybe do further steps to understand what's going on with your code.